Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. The only support you can give Kakasungura is by clicking the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell. This is important because you don't need to keep searching me. Once I upload a video, you just automatically receive a notification on your phone. Kaka, there's something I've been telling you about, and today it has been happening, but at least to some point today has proven me right. I have been telling you the analogy that Kenya cannot be built by loans is a fallacy. What is fallacy, by the way? Uongo. Now, mumekuwa mkidanganywa kwamba sisi hatutakopa. We can't build Kenya by taxes. Kenya, for one, is not a developed country. Those are facts. And a developing country cannot sustain itself. A developing country cannot do projects by their own tax. They must borrow. So ukisikia mtu anakuambia hatutajenga Kenya kwa kutumia madeni, that person is not being honest to us. That person is lying to us for his own gains. Now, I want to read for you an article published by the president's website. And after reading it, I will inject my opinion to it. I want to read February 8th, 2024. Financial agreement worth 350 billion Kenyan shillings have been signed during President William Ruto's visit to Japan. That statement itself tells you kile ambacho Ruto alienda kufanya Japan ni kutafuta pesa. Is going to begging for cash and begging for money. That wacha kuambiwa kwamba ameenda Japan sijui kufanya nini. Ameenda Japan kuomba omba, begging for the cash. The agreements will support projects and programs in sectors that are aimed at turning around the economic fortunes of the country. Kaka, we are getting that statement at a time when 147 billion Kenyan shillings was withdrawn without parliament approval. I said it in my previous video. We are receiving 350 billion for development when we cannot account for 147 billion Kenyan shillings. Some don't even have paperwork. Some can't even be traced. Some can't even accounted for. Where is this cash? The article further says, the largest projects to benefit are the Dongo Kundu infrastructure ecosystem and the Mombasa Gateway Bridge at the cost of 260 billion Kenyan shillings. President Ruto and Prime Minister Fumio Kushinda also agreed that Kenya will issue a 40 billion samurai bond in Japan to finance energy and infrastructure projects. A samurai bond is a yen-dominated bond issued in Tokyo by a non-Japanese company. The bond is, however, subject to Japanese regulations. Kenya also secured 30 billion from the Japan Bank for International Cooperation to purchase heavy machinery and mechanized. So, on top of the 350 billion, additionally, Kenya secured 30 billion. So that makes a total of 380 billion Kenyan shillings. The Olkaria Geothermal Development Project will get 15 billion. Japan will also provide 1 billion for the production of medical oxygen for various hospitals. Through the United Nations, Kenya will receive 320 million humanitarian aid for those affected by recent El Nino related floods. Munasikia wizi. The government set aside El Nino funds in this country to cushion those affected. Hiyo pesa haikuonekana. Wameenda tena kutafuta 320 billion. Hii inasemwa hapa. 320 million on humanitarian aid for those affected by the recent El Nino related floods. That's the gentleman. Anyway, other agreements include the Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation in the ICT, Health, Finance, and Security sectors. He said the MOU will include enhancing the capacity of the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, to build on its pandemic management potential at a cost of 3 billion. To strengthen the partnership between the two countries in defense, an agreement on defense cooperation was also signed. This makes Kenya the first African country to sign a defense pact with Japan. Why the first African country? I read malice. The president acknowledged Japanese support for the completion of phase 2 of the Mwea irrigation scheme and the National Rice Master Plan. President Ruto witnessed the signing of the bilateral agreement on Thursday after holding talks with Prime Minister Kishida of Japan. Now, Wakenya watukufu, Ruto ameenda Japan, ndio. Ameenda kutafuta pesa. So, the main agenda why Ruto went to Japan ni kwenda kutafuta pesa. Omba. But the question comes again. Yes, we have secured these Kenyan shillings, billions of Kenyan shillings to fund projects. We have secured that money, yes. But I fear whether that cash will be utilized accordingly on running key projects, or this cash is going to end in the people's pockets, like the 147 billion that cannot be accounted for, that was withdrawn without any paperwork, without any framework, without anything to show. I am afraid. I am totally afraid. So that is why I will maintain, as I said in my previous video, whether you like it or not, the Kenya Kwanza regime is on a mission, as Ruto puts it. And the mission is to build a dynastic families, a looting spree. Yaani kila mtu anataka kujilimbikizia mali, wakue madynasty kivyao, wakue mataikuni kivyao. Unajua these guys ni wale walikuwa nasema at Uhuru Kenyatta ate everything. Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. The people saying that are the same people who 147 billion cannot be accounted for. Hao ndio watu wanasema ati Uhuru alituachia empty coffers. Ati Uhuru hakuacha kitu. Na kukula wanakula wanashiba. Let me tell you Kenyans. It's either we decide now or looters decide on our behalf. Wacha nirudie tena. It's either we decide or the looters decide for us. If we let looters decide for us, I bet and I swear, one day you will wake up and find Kenya totally sold. In 1 year, we are at 10 point something trillion as a debt, a public debt. Ile Kenya tunafaa kulipa mataifa. Almost 11 trillion. 1 year in office. Now, the question I keep asking myself, what will happen then after 5 years? Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is Kenya for you. I wish you the best. God bless you. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.